my god! Oh my god! I just finished recording an entire, 8-minute video talking about JJ Peterka getting traded to Utah and Frank Seravalli's initial report saying, oh, the trade call is pending, there are contingencies holding up the deal, and I was like, okay, fine, it's probably gonna be JJ Peterka for 4th overall and Michael Kesselring or something. But no. Take a look at this. Elliot Friedman, JJ Peterka to Utah is for Michael Kesselring and Josh Doan. 3 players, no picks. Oh my gosh, the Buffalo Sabres got robbed. That's it? Oh my gosh. The Utah Mammoth just traded Josh Doan. Shane's not gonna like that, but my goodness. JJ Peterka, I was saying the whole time, 4th overall, that's a given. Buffalo said no to Chicago's 3rd overall preposition, so they have to at least get 4th overall and the right-handed defenseman they wanted in this trade with Utah, right? But no. Oh my gosh, dude. That is ridiculous. Michael Kesselring and Josh Doan for JJ Peterka, that's it. Ay. Low Tide #1 fan replied this. Elliot just swooped in and stole Seravalli's lunch. That's some funny something, bro. You know what? I'm shocked. I can't believe that the Buffalo Sabres let this guy go for that cheap. No disrespect to Kesselring. No disrespect to Josh Doan, even. But the fact that the Utah Mammoth are still gonna keep 4th overall without trading it away? That is absolutely ridiculous, man. You know, I don't want to put that entire other video to waste, and I think it's really funny to think about, oh yeah, 4th overall, it's gotta be included in there, right? So I'm just gonna, leave the video the way it was and add some of the other elements that we had in the past there, right? So I'll leave a bunch of the conversations we had from a few minutes ago in this video here as we transition into the newest age of Utah Mammoth hockey with Logan Cooley, Schmaltz, Barrett Hayton, and everybody else. You just gotta add JJ Peterka. Let's go back to the original commentary that I had just made. Oh no. The utter cries of a Vancouver Canucks fan going out there and expressing fear because the Utah Mammoth are on the cusp of acquiring JJ Peterka in a trade. Take a look at this. Frank Seravalli's report from about, half an hour ago? Sources say that the Buffalo Sabres have agreed in principle to trade forward JJ Peterka to the @Utah Mammoth. But there is apparently a contingency holding up the trade. If completed, and still a big if, it would be a big get for the Tusks up, adding another 23-year-old top-line forward to the mix. Now first, before we dissect and analyze this, I just wanted to acknowledge how interesting this scoop is. The Sabres have agreed to trade Peterka to Utah, but it's being held up. And if it's completed, it'd be great for the Utah Mammoth. If, that's the big key word there, if it goes down. We don't know if it will, but if it does, it'd be good for the Utah Mammoth. And I'm sitting here, as a Vancouver Canucks fan, scared out of my mind for what this Western Conference matchup is going to look like. Are the Canucks and all these other teams near the middle and bottom range of the West, are we all going to be passed by the Utah Hockey Club? These guys were the Arizona Coyotes and a laughingstock in the NHL just mere years ago, and now they have an explosion of a year. They have a crazy good level of production from some of their top young guys. Clayton Keller takes over as one of the most underrated stars in the league, and now they're getting Jason Peterka too? Now here's the thing. I'm thinking about the 2025 NHL Draft, because it's already been reported that Utah, after winning the 4th overall pick, jumping up 10 spots in the draft, mind you, they won themselves that 4th overall pick, and now they're in a spot to potentially trade it away. We had seen the Montreal Canadiens get involved. We had seen a whole bunch of other teams potentially be in the mix there. But they haven't done the deal yet, and at the time of recording this audio, speaking into this microphone, you know, it's Wednesday night here on the West Coast. It's Wednesday really late at night on the East Coast. Who knows if this trade gets done anytime in the next short while, but it's probably going to be JJ Peterka for 4th overall and maybe something else, right? And the reason I say something else is because there were already reports from Frank Seravalli yesterday saying that the Chicago Blackhawks were interested in sending the 3rd overall pick to Buffalo for JJ Peterka, and apparently the Sabres said no. So if the Utah Mammoth are going to be making a trade, obviously it starts with 4th overall, and you're probably adding maybe a right-handed defenseman or something the other way. Folks have been labeling Michael Kesselring as a potential right-handed D going back. John Marino, something like that. There could be one of these guys that ends up finding a new home in Buffalo. Meanwhile, you have JJ Peterka heading over to the Utah Hockey Club, the Utah Mammoth, to add another layer and element of dynamic offensive potential. I think Clayton Keller and JJ Peterka kind of play similarly. So you can have these guys on different lines and just totally torch the rest of the NHL. I mean, Clayton Keller had 90 points this previous year. Schmaltz, Cooley, and Genther all had 60 plus. These guys are studs. And I do kind of question, you know, Michael Kesselring had an 82-game season this previous year. He had 29 points. If he gets sent over to Buffalo in this trade with the 4th overall pick for JJ Peterka, I wonder how Kesselring will fare in a role where he is absolutely relied upon to being one of the top guys. In Utah, he was a 15, 16, 17 minute per night type of defenseman. In Buffalo, especially if the Sabres are going to buy out Matthias Samuelsson, they're going to trade away Bowen Byram, they need right-handed D-men to step in and actually do some damage. If that's the case, then, I mean, I wonder how Kesselring is going to do. He's 25 years old. He's fairly young. Initially drafted by Edmonton and developed in the Bakersfield Condor system, he found himself in Arizona, and then he transitioned over when they became the hockey club. So Kesselring is a solid D-man who has grown and developed over the years. But if he's in Buffalo, I wonder how he transitions. Is that simple for him, or is there more of a difficulty to become an effective, let's just say, top pair D-man? I don't think Kesselring is that right now, but he might have to be forced to play that. It could be a Mason Lohrei situation all over again, except in Buffalo instead of Boston. But the Buffalo Sabres grabbing themselves the 4th overall pick, I understand why Sabres fans would be disappointed with that return. Obviously, I'm just speculating that that will be a part of it, but that's really what I think a trade starts with when you think about it. I know a lot of Sabres fans have been kind of disappointed because it's like, oh yeah, if we get a 4th overall pick, we would prefer to have a player that develops into a John Jason Peterka-like asset. Like JJ Peterka, 20-plus goal guy, super young, very, very skilled, and a player who is just going to get better and better. He could get 80 points next season and nobody's going to be surprised. If you have a 4th overall pick, you want a guy who inevitably becomes that by the time he's 23 years old. And JJ Peterka's already that. He just doesn't want to stay in Buffalo. They've been so difficult to cheer for, to play for, to see the direction with that team. So JJ Peterka wanting out, ultimately, the Buffalo Sabres grabbing themselves a 4th overall pick, if that's the case, that should be the bare minimum as to what they could acquire. As for what the contingency is, the holdup is, I mean, what is it? The contract? We don't know. It seems like the way Frank Seravalli worded the tweet, there seems to already be a trade in place. They've agreed in principle to trade Peterka to the Utah Mammoth, but there just needs to be a few extra details ironed out before this gets done. So yeah, we'll see whether or not it's just 4th overall for Peterka. If it's 4th and another pick or something. Oh boy, Frank Seravalli, he just went out there and tweeted again. The trade call is being arranged. This is happening, folks. We will probably go out there and dive into the return in the comments section. I'm guessing it's going to be Kesselring. If it's not Kesselring and a 4th overall pick, then maybe it's Marino and a 4th overall pick. The Sabres really need right-handed D, so we're just going to go with that. I think the entire comment section in this. Oh my gosh, one of the top replies. Hurry the F up, man. I'm trying to go to bed. Yeah, okay, Low Tide #1 fan. We'll just upload this video the way it is. I think everybody's going to sleep anyway, so we can talk more about the trade once it gets done tomorrow. But for now, JJ Peterka's a Utah Mammoth. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this idea going on over here, and we will update the comment section with the full trade details once that gets revealed. We might make another video about the full thing once it's all out there tomorrow, but for now, thoughts in the comment section below about the Utah Mammoth acquiring Peterka. I'm guessing it's 4th overall plus Kesselring. If it's not, then okay, we can correct it in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign and bye.